Another day coming. Oh God, where is it gone? Another episode coming up. I'm actually liking this. Got the handy microphone. Oh, what are we up to? 140. G'day, awesome people. Welcome to episode 140 of the Train Smooth podcast. My name is Tim Egg. And if you have any questions you'd like to submit for the show, ship me through an email, tim@trainsmooth.com, or visit the website, trainsmooth.com. So today's question comes from Mike. Sorry about that. I was on the question, but didn't know who wrote it. How can I incorporate lifting weights into my Ironman training? I am around 5 months from my Ironman. How often should I go and how much time should I budget for? What should I target in the gym? So there's a bit here with a lot of guessing from my end. So for instance, I do think for the most part, gym strength training is a long-term investment. So if you're trying to make gains for this Ironman 5 months away, you're probably going to get very little gains from this. You're probably going to be looking for 2-3 years time. You'll be seeing bigger gains from being in the gym. So it depends how old you are too. So there's a lot of questions here unanswered. So for instance, I think if you're over 40, you probably should be in the gym at least once to twice a day for the rest of your life. And you need to make that commitment. You go, even if I get away from all sports, I still need to be in the gym at least once, twice a week for the rest of my life. Because you just look, take a look, or go to the shop, take a look around of anyone from 60 years onwards. And you just study the way their body moves and the way they're hopping in and out of their car, the way they walk up a step, and the way you just look and you think your whole life would have changed if you went to the gym twice a week from 40 years onwards. It'd be completely different again if you went younger. But that's just me doing a bit of a rant here, but. So depends on available training time too. So I don't even know if you said you're only you've got 10 hours a week to train for this Ironman 5 months away. I'd say forget doing any strength training in the gym. You're probably better off doing strength training at home, doing core body strength work when time permits, aiming to do it at least 3 times a week, 10 minutes a session. Heck, you can do that while knocking around with the family in front of the TV. Bob's your uncle. But if you said you got 20 hours a week to train, I'd be saying trying to go there twice a week for around 45 minutes to an hour tops, and that would include your warm up and cool down. It's a hard one because I don't know what your goals are, and you're not going to get a lot of gains from lifting weights in the gym 5 months out. You will see gains, but it's probably not going to be the biggest bang for your buck. Now, for instance, you want to do strength training. Maybe, let's say you're going to go to the gym Tuesdays and you're going to go Thursdays, for instance. Tuesdays, you're going to focus more on the upper body. Thursdays, you're going to focus on the lower body. So, let's say Thursday, you're going to do a run every morning and then gym at night. Well, you might be better off turning that into a double run day. So, you might do some hill repeats on one of your runs and an aerobic session on the other run, and then on Tuesday you might do a swim with some paddles, and then maybe another bike ride to replace the gym session with some low cadence work. So you're getting some strength work in through the week, and it's going to be beneficial to what you're trying to achieve. So Yes, if you watch a run, the last 20 k's of a run of an Ironman, you say to yourself, this is all strength work for sure. It all becomes strength. A lack of, who's strong, who's not, and you see people cramped over, and I would be focusing more on getting your strength work through what you're doing. That's my initial. That's without knowing too much about you. I'm sorry, and so but let's just take it from answering a question. If you have the time to dedicate, and you're looking at not only improving your life, you not only want to train for your Ironman 5 months away, but you're also wanting to build further on down the track. Yeah, go to the gym, aim for twice a week. And then as you get closer to the race, I would back it off. So maybe 10 weeks out, when you're really picking up that volume for your race, I'd probably back it off to once a week, and then doing 2 extra smaller sessions at home, just to not kill your body as hard, and it becomes more of a maintenance side of it until race day, and then you go after, have on week 3 after your Ironman, go straight back to the gym, go back for twice a week's generally a nice number. 3 times if you can really afford your available time and you're not overdoing it. But there's a ton of good strength programs out there that you can steal for free. You just Google strength training for triathletes. There's a gazillion of them. And you just got to sort I'm not a big, when we're talking Ironman, especially this close out. I'm not a big fan of lifting real heavy. I'd be more inclined to keep reps between 3 lots of 12, then go down to 4 lots of 10, and then maybe 5 lots of 8, and wouldn't be progressing past that. Not 5 months out anyway. You look at it, because what you're doing in the gym, you don't want to take away days of your other training. So, for instance, you go to the gym. I'm going to smash that squat rack, and you kill it, and all of a sudden that high end run you're supposed to do the next day, or the high end swim, or whatever you're supposed to do the next day, and the day after, and the day after that, all gets compromised because you smashed the gym session, bro, and you're walking around go, do you lift, bro? So you just got to keep in mind, and it's good to do these sessions, but it can't compromise the next session, because you lose consistency then. So yeah, it's a harder question to answer, and you've got to have a bit of a come to Jesus moment with yourself to find out what are you really trying to achieve? What do you want to achieve in this race? Or are you looking at a bigger picture, and hopefully you're looking at a bigger picture. And if you're looking at the bigger picture, I'd say you go to the gym. And if it's just purely this race, I'd be looking elsewhere for the gains and try and get more volume in. And I think you'll be happy with that. Just also on a side note, one thing I do notice with strength training is I don't see a massive difference in the swim, bike, run as such. I'm not saying, oh, look, his power numbers are up, or I'm not saying, oh, look, his 5K run's better. I haven't seen that. I know some people claim that. I personally haven't really gone, oh, yeah, well, that could be that, because I've always found other reasons for those things. Excuse me. Crikey, I've got a bit of man cold at the moment. But one thing I do notice with strength training is, let's say you're used to doing 20k runs, for instance, and all of a sudden you're really picking up the volume, or just out of nowhere, instead of sensibly increasing the volume over a period of time, you just go, bugger it, next week I'm going to go 32k run, and then I'll just do that every week from there on in, because I'm training for an Ironman. I've noticed you're able to absorb that extra volume that comes out of nowhere, and you're able to recover from that extra volume that's come out of nowhere. So for instance, and I'll give you a few good examples here. So for instance, I spent a good 6-8 months doing a lot of swim sessions at 2 kilometres. I rarely would go over 2 kilometres because my available times wouldn't allow it. And all of a sudden, I'd jump up to 4Ks just out of nowhere, and then I'd jump up to 5Ks out of nowhere. I would absorb that pace really well. I would absorb the stress from it really well, and I'd recover from it really well. I'd be running with a group that who call themselves a Stupid O'Clock. Fantastic name for themselves. And you'd run around 20Ks. All of a sudden, I'd bump it up, my long run up to 32Ks or 30Ks. I'd handle the volume really well. I would handle the pounding on the ground really well. I would handle the recovery from that really, really well. And my bike rides, I'd be doing a lot of my bike rides on Zwift. It's between 60 and 90 minutes, and every now and again I'd go 2 hours. All of a sudden, I'd do a 5-hour bike ride out of nowhere. I'm able to handle the bike ride really well. I'm able to handle the time in the saddle really well. I'm able to handle the recovery really well. You're getting a pattern here? I can only put all these things down to strength training, being in the gym twice a week. But at the moment, these days, I'm down in the gym once a week because I'm building towards an Ironman and I'm replacing a gym session with a run. But I put it down to that, because it's the only thing you can put it down to. And I've not only noticed it with myself, I've noticed it with a few other athletes I coach as well. So. But I look at it as a big picture though. So that's just a little bit of a note that I've personally noticed. And there could be 100 studies that says yes, I'm correct, and there could be another 100 studies that says you're full of crap. But that's what I've noticed. And you'll find not only me, the coaches, you'll find a lot of other coaches do stuff that they notice, what they have seen signs with themselves, and they've seen signs with other athletes they coaches, and they start seeing pictures, and they can start putting maps together. So that's just a bit of a side note that I've noticed. So I hope that answers. Well, I guess it hasn't answered your question because I haven't. So just on another side note, if you're sending questions in, I've said it before, be very selfish with the questions. Make it really, really selfish. Give me as much detail as you can, and so I can really tailor the answers to you instead of me giving a whole lot of generic answers, hoping one of these things are going to hit. But if you have any other questions, shoot me through an email, tim@trainsmooth.com. Till tomorrow. Hooroo. Done and dusted.